akili. 50,000 times, hiyo ni 100. Si ndio? You do 4 years. Hiyo ni how much? The thing they didn't tell you is some of you will not learn it until the day you take a loan. Kuna kitu inaitwa amortization table. Inaitwa nini? Amortization table is what any finance person here. It is what tells you the cost of credit. And a lot of us don't know it. Nobody teaches you. So you think if you need any money, you just borrow. You borrow from mobile loans. Did you know that mobile loans are the most expensive of all loans in the universe? I thought you should know. Followed by bank loans. No, I should start with help, then mobile loans, then bank loans. Then there are Shylocks also. So someone needs to teach you. When you pick an amortization table, I learned these things the hard way. I'll tell you my story after this. After mobile loan, bank loan. After bank loan, circle loan. And it is so unwise and wicked for you to work a year or two, you don't have somewhere your money is going. Or someone comes and cheats you, we are just buying property. You must have a balance of both. The balance is, have some equity. When you leave campus, start thinking it now. I know it buy land. Ukidate mtu for 1 year na hajaongea juu ya buy land, ujue huyo ni that man is cursed. Because mtakuwa mnaishi kwa rental. Because when will he start thinking it? But how do you start those conversations? Kama wewe unakuanga tu TikTok all the time. I mean, where do you get to learn such things? So you need to plan that 5-10 years down the line, you should be able to live in your own space, and you should start thinking it now. And then, when I
took up. So when I got to employment, this is for leavers. When you get to employment, there are guys who know how to study new employees. Wanauzanga loans. So nikasikia vizuri. Hii job yenu ni nikasikia vizuri tena.
They have good name. They call you civil slave. They just change that word to slave. Servant. So they give you good name. So this lady told me, do you know you can get 300,000 loan? Even me, I can get. Hey. So me, I didn't know why people take loans up to that point. Nobody had told me, but you guys can check it out. There are good things you can do with your loan. Now listen what I did. I said, me, I can take. Hey. Nikajaza quickly. The things they did tell me include the following. Number one, there is something called insurance in the loan. So and they approved it so fast. A few moments later, 275,000 will hit my account. You have received 200. The account balance was used to. On a salary day, ilikuanga 32,000. 10 days later, ilikuanga nimebaki below 999. Sawa? So for the first time I saw 275,000 in my account. And by then I wanted to do business. I was honest, I would do business. So unajua hiyo siku nikisema 275. Nikifikiria business yenye nitafanya, wacha nianze mwili pole. Nianze tu na pronto. Chicken ya like 2K, you know, that day you pia ni vizuri ujipeleke out into such content. Ujinunulie tu food ya 5K. Like one person's food. Usually the food is a lot, but it stretches the mindset. Sawa? Usizoe tu every time you go home ni Mbukinya. Some days kama kwenu ni Mombasa, jikaze tuseme before I leave campus I'll take a flight to Mombasa as a student. I am telling you, it will change your mindset. Big spaces are good for your mind. I have hata watu wanaishi kari. Hizo manyumba venye zinakaa. Kuna vitu wana learn at default. They don't have to read it in the Bible. For example, nyumba yako ikiwa na let's say story na mansion na unaishi daddy ako upstairs. Now when you call your son from such a big house, one of the lessons to learn quickly is patience. Because they don't arrive immediately. They have a long way to cover, isn't it? But if you live in a house where you leave the bed, you are struggling to avoid stepping on the toilet, you understand? There are lessons, there are things you won't get. So in this life, just allow yourself to grow. So I had it. First of all, I took myself to just what is 2,000 shillings to 205? That's a lot of money, isn't it? There's a little and it's called economic list. And I can ask you, as you grow in your lessons of business, and you are doing your art, and you are getting an MBA, and you are getting a bachelor's degree, please go for your financial intelligence and put it at the same level. So easy, you can't lie to me over certain things. I have gone to learn it. So on my wedding, that's the day nikienda home. Now I moved to Githurai. So on my way home, I saw a guy was selling chairs, seats, sofa sets. And my house was an empty hollow. I'm like, how much are the seats? 30,000. Nikapiga hesabu. 32. What is 32,000 to 200 and? You know. And then, of course, there is also another thing that you need to be taught. It is called black tax. So I'll come to that in a short while. Black tax, mtu alikupeleka shule. So you need to learn how to deal with that. Your parents demanding that you have to take care of your... Okay, but that's in a short while. So, and then you also have to, some tumishi lazima ukuwe na suits. You must have some good suits. So earlier I had some suits that were looking like, I was looking like a beetle. You know those bad coats? You've not seen those coats that look like, and you have to iron it at home. Ukipeleka laundry, it can be rejected. Kama pako mafuta. So mtumishi has to look nice. So I bought a suit. Suit is just 5,000. What is 5,000 to? Within 1 week, I had swallowed the money from 275. I was now doing defense. Now the thing I needed to check was just to ensure it doesn't go below 200,000. Because I must do B's. Mimi nazafanya biashara wase. Msinione hivi. A few moments later, see now that's the time you drive, you visit home, you have a new suit, you want to show people you are doing well. And that's the time my brother made a mistake of dying. Now, I said that so that you decide what to do with that information. It borders sarcasm, but there is also a truth to it, that when my brother died, my villagers collected themselves. They didn't know I had the money, but I was looking. There's a way you can tell someone has money. Do you know how to tell when someone has money? Yeah. So when I went home, my people came and said, no, we cannot shame ourselves. Now, I actually came up with a Bible verse. According to Andrew's version, the living know that they shall die, but the dead know that they shall be given a decent send-off. So we started ujinga. So my sister said, now we cannot shame ourselves. She appealed to emotion. I didn't know how to control my heart. She appealed to emotion. A few moments later, all the 200,000, just to make the long story short, was buried with the dead. And I paid that loan through my nose, regretting. I wanted to do business, but then in my heart of hearts, yeah. But you see, it was all buried with the dead. I have preserved those seats in my house up to today as monuments of financial stupidity. Those seats are harder than a campus desk. They are wicked. Even for 2 minutes, but they may be preserved for lessons. And you must never go back into. Don't ever outsource what you should learn for yourself. Take responsibility. When someone tells you you can borrow, ask questions. Have you asked the questions on your HELB loan? Well, I came to tell you it is borrowed, but do you know what it will cost you to pay it? Did I need to say it is borrowed? That one you know. I don't think you know until ianguke kwa maji. Lakini hiyo maji inakaa hivi. Can I tell you how that water looks like? You know, the promise was when you finish school, you'll get a job, you'll just pay back help. A few moments later. For you to get a job, you need help clearance. You don't get the joke. The joke is they told you when you finish school, you will get a job, you will pay back help. Now, for you to get a job, you must have cleared. I saw statistics from Standard's newspaper last year that many students by third year are already in credit unworthiness, that the country looks at you as worthy of being listed in CRB by third year. So if I were you, what would you do, just asking, with help? Well, you need to pay fees, ndio? Lakini kuna wengine washapangia. Ikikuja iPhone. If I were you, you know what I would do? I would invest it in assets. I told you income follows what? Assets. You remember that one? There are 3 assets I want you to invest in, even if it is through help. Write them down. Number 1, mindset. A very important asset to train yourself, to teach yourself to grow capacity. Mindset, how you look at things. Number 2, skill set, ability to do things. Number 3, tool set. Get yourself some tools that can help you to solve problems. If I were you, and I'm going to be kept in school for 4 years, but there a little commentary on education here, just on the passing. One of the things I've noticed is your school curriculum does not adapt as much as what is required outside there. So if I were you, I would invest in training myself a skill that is currently needed. By the time you're finishing 4 years in any course, it will be too irrelevant. I saw someone teaching engineers at master's level. I studied it when I was in my master's at JQuad. AI. The AI they taught. And that's what they are still teaching today. I asked him, what are you guys learning? Fuzzy logic. Neural network. They belong to the previous century. Na mtu baada ameweka na hiyo kitu kwa class. Stone Age. While the world you're supposed to be preparing for is passing in front of you. Please, I have come to ask you, besides the help that you guys are getting, there is also time that you have in school when you're not in class. I can tell you that time is valuable, especially around here. You can gather skills, you can gather mindset, you can teach yourself. The lessons I'm teaching you, I taught myself. I said this was a mistake I made. Having said that, it would be important to know that mistakes of borrowing can be solved by borrowing. That means you've got to be wise at borrowing. Just a few chapters before that, by the way, this is me connecting the Bible. There was a man, his name was Obadiah. I think he borrowed something he couldn't pay back. And in that age, he was a chamberlain. He was a man working for Ahab in the court. He borrowed something, he borrowed money, he borrowed an axe head, I don't know. But he couldn't refund it. And when he died, his wife and the children were being taken captives. You know the story? Anybody has read that story, 2 Kings chapter 4? What happened? The person ran to the same prophet, and the answer was given in 3 parts. Before the 3 parts, 3 questions were asked. Can I ask the same question to this audience today? The question was number 1. Let's get it out there. 2 Kings chapter 4. Let's read it. 3 questions. If you get me all the 3, you might get a gift. I have some good books that can train your mindset. 2 Kings chapter 4. So the woman came and cried to Elisha, saying, my husband, your servant, is dead. And you know he feared the Lord. And the creditor is coming to take 2 sons to be slaves. So you can be holy but broke. This guy feared the Lord, but he was broke. Continuing, So Elisha asked 3 questions. Give me those 3 questions quickly. Number 1. What? Did I hear you right? What shall I do for you? The answer of that question is here. You come thinking, I am the one with a solution. And if you're still looking at prophets, if you're still looking at other people to do for you things, you will not solve your problems of capacity. The prophet is saying, just think through, what do you think I can do? All solutions are with you to think for yourself and to act for yourself. Second question. So the first question is a question of investigation. How do you look at yourself? What's the next one? What shall I do for you? What's the next one? You see na pili, hiyo ni ya tatu. The second question. Don't be in a hurry with the Bible. There's a comma. Then, tell me is a question. Tell me means express it. Explain it. And here is a good lesson for that part. It doesn't matter what you are studying. If you don't learn marketing, whatever you are studying is a losing business.